What's up, nerds? Mono Black is back, and we're doing it in Vampires. I must thank Wizards of the Coast for this video. They have so graciously invited me to take part in the early access, or sponsored early access event for M20, so I do have to shout them out for this sweet sponsored event. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is dope, and I will be making tons of videos today, so if you haven't seen any of them already, do head over to my channel and check them out. If you are new to my channel, I welcome you. Feel free to subscribe so you see more of the videos that I'm going to be putting out soon, and or have already put out, because I'm going to be making a lot from this event, and a lot more to come after M20 is officially released. So, let's get into this video. So here's the deck, guys. We want to play a lot of vampires, we want to play only black, and we also want to kill our opponent. I mean, the latter is usually the goal of any game, but here we go. So here's what we want to talk about, right? We have new vampires. Knight of the Ebon Legion is a kind of bonkers card. To me, this card seems insanely good. It's a 1/2 for 1. It has a pump ability that gives it +3/+3 and Death Touch. It also gets a +1/+1 counter if a player, not just an opponent, a player lost 4 or more life this turn. You put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of Ebon Legion. So it gets stronger as the game goes on. The longer it stays on the field, the bigger it's going to be. We also have Vampire of the Dire Moon. This is just a 1/1 with Death Touch and Lifelink that we can play. This is not necessarily the 1/1 we have to play. We can also play, you can also play Vicious Conquistador as a more aggressive tactic, because this will make your opponent lose a life every time it attacks. But I do like Vampire of the Dire Moon, because if we run into situations where we want to keep a Death Touch blocker back, we can do that for sure. We also play 4 Bloodcrazed Paladins, actually, because there will be some situations where we're going to be sacrificing creatures or just blocking with creatures so they will die. So we want to be able to play something that's going to get buffed from that. Bloodcrazed Paladin is not an amazing card in my opinion, especially at rare, but it does serve a purpose in this deck, because we are going to be sacrificing things at some point, right? Especially because we are playing Spark Harvest. The reason we're playing Spark Harvest is because we want low mana cost cards that can destroy Planeswalkers, because we want to not have to deal with Planeswalkers. I didn't want to play Vraska's Contempt, and I didn't want to go into multiple colors in order to play D-Spark, so we're playing Spark Harvest, and probably we're going to be sacking either Dusk Legion Zealot or Vampire of the Dire Moon, and occasionally we will want to play Bloodcrazed Paladin after that with a counter on it, but generally we want to be playing this after we've blocked with a bunch of creatures on our opponent's turn. We can then flash it in, and then it will get a lot of counters, then we can attack with it, right? So we're also playing Dusk Legion Zealot. This is a 1/1 for 2 that draws us a card and deals us a damage. So this is just to refill our hand. We're going to want to draw cards as much as possible, and this is a thing that we want to do. We want to have more vampires on the field, especially because we want sack outlets as well. Speaking of sack outlets, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord is a beautiful, beautiful man. He has a +1 that makes target creature you control gain Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn, and if it's a vampire, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's obviously just going to be making your vampires stronger and giving them Death Touch and Lifelink. So you gain life, and your opponents aren't going to want to block your vampires if they have Death Touch. You may also use a +1 to sacrifice a vampire, and when you do, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord deals 3 damage to any target, you gain 3 life. So this is mainly going to be used as removal for either creatures or planeswalkers, but sometimes we're just going to go straight for the face. Like, let's say if we attacked already, they didn't have blockers up, we attacked, dealt damage, and then we can sack one of our attackers to deal 3 damage to our opponent and gain 3 life for us. So that's nice. But what I think makes him really, really, really good is that his -3 allows us to just put a vampire creature card from our hand onto the battlefield. So this allows us to play some slightly more expensive vampires that I'll get to in a second, because we can drop him in on turn 3 and then immediately use his -3 to play a bigger creature that we should not be able to get out at that point. I guess we'll just go and talk about that right now. We're playing Haunt of Hightower. We're only playing 2 copies of him, because we don't always want to have this in hand, but we really want to play Sorin from our hand, -3 to get Haunt of Hightower onto the field. He's a lifelink flyer that has 3/3, and then whenever he attacks, the defending player is going to discard a card. And whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard, that doesn't mean just discarding, that means any card. So a creature dies, something dies, they cast a spell, this gets a +1/+1 counter. So that's a thing. The only problem with him is obviously that His toughness is only 3, so he can die to Lightning Strike or Lava Coil, but hopefully he's going to be buffed up enough pretty quickly to evade those kind of removal pieces. But yeah, that's the reason we're playing Haunt of Hightower, because we can get him down on turn 3 with Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. We're also playing 4 Sanctum Seeker. Obviously, that's a great tactic for dealing damage and gaining life when you have a lot of vampires on the field. But we're also playing 2 Twilight Prophet. Twilight Prophet is going to allow us to gain some life, deal some damage to our opponent, and put cards into our hand in addition to the normal card we draw every turn. Not to mention, it's a flyer, so that allows us to evade some blockers occasionally. So that's a very good card. But the main thing we want is Sanctum Seekers on the field with a lot of other vampire creatures. Don't forget Skymarch Bloodletter. This is a nice 3-drop, deals 1 damage to our opponent, we gain a life, and it's a flyer. The main reason we want to play this is because it's a flyer, so we can evade blockers and deal damage to our opponent. And then we play 2 Murder. Just two straight up Murder. I thought about playing Cast Down, but I feel like Murder is actually just the better option because there's a lot of legendary creatures right now that we want to destroy, like Shalai, Voice of Plenty. Cast Down does not hit Shalai, Murder does. Lyra Dawnbringer, Murder hits Lyra Dawnbringer. Other things that I can't think of right now, like Tristani, the God Eternals, all that stuff, Murder kills, but Cast Down does not. So that's that explanation. We are playing 22 Swamps. I didn't want to get crazy with the lands. You could potentially play Karn's Bastion because we will want to... what am I trying to say? We will want to proliferate occasionally because we have a lot of ways to get counters with Knight of the Ebon Legion, Bloodcrazed Paladin, and Sorin Imperious Bloodlord, not to mention Haunt of Hightower. They all get counters. You could play Karn's Bastion, but you could also play... oh my goodness. What? No, not Vampire. Get that out of here. Blast Zone. Sorry, that's the card I was thinking of. Blast Zone, because this can get rid of some pesky Planeswalkers for us that will be generally at the 3 mana slot, so we won't lose a lot, except for our own Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. So we don't have a ton at the 3 slot, like most of our creatures are in the 1 and 2 and the 4. So we will lose a little bit to Blast Zone if we use it, but this is a nice removal piece that we can also use as just a land, right? So that's good. I think that's probably all I really need to talk about with this deck. I've only played it a little bit, and it's done pretty well so far. So hopefully it showcases well when I play it here. So let's go jump into some gameplay. Okay, folks, we finally found a game. It took a little while. I was waiting there against Case Bellerin. Oh, get it, Jace Bellerin. I got it. Okay, so this is not a bad hand. Our opponent goes first. We can get down a Vampire of the Dire Moon on turn 1, Dusk Legion Zealot turn 2, presumably turn 3 Sorin if we draw a land here, which I'm hoping we will. We usually like to start the game with a Knight of the Ebon Legion, but this will do just fine. Let's go ahead and Vampire of the Dire Moon. Mobilize District, huh? Drowned Secrets. Oh my, is this a mill deck? That's not the best. We'll just play Dusk Legion Zealot. Obviously, we're not playing Bloodcrazed Paladin yet. And a Swamp. Okay. So next turn, Karn's Bastion too. Okay. Wall of Lost Thoughts. That's not ideal, of course. They're making us mill pretty hard. I'm hoping we can maybe pick up a Sanctum Seeker or a Haunt of Hightower here to put on the field with Sorin. Well, there goes a Haunt of Hightower. Beautiful. Thank you, opponent, for milling me. Because now we're going to do this. We're going to -3 to put the Haunt of Hightower onto the battlefield. And then we're going to attack with both of these bad boys. We deal 1 damage, gain a life. So, unfortunately, they do have a blocker and potentially removal for Haunt of Hightower. Fingers crossed that they don't. That would be lame. Even if they... Just bouncing Haunt of Hightower back to my hand would be pretty unfortunate right now because I don't have a way to get it out. Moo Yanling. Okay, well, I think I'm about to rock your world, sir. So, up until your next turn, up to 1... Okay, loses flying. That's unfortunate. Let us do... Yeah, I'm actually going to Spark Harvest. We're gonna sacrifice. We're actually gonna target Wall of Lost Thoughts. Sacrifice Dusk Legion Zealot. Because now I can just get rid of Mu Yanling with other methods. Let's see. I could put a +1/+1 counter on this. I think I'm just going to do that, attack there, and then I'm going to sacrifice Vampire of the Dire Moon. So they have to discard a card. Haunt of Hightower gets buffed by 1. And then, yeah, we just passed to damage. I could potentially have just double attacked, but I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to sacrifice you. Deal 3 damage to you. Yep. And then Bloodcrazed Paladin comes in as a 4/4. There we go. That's when Bloodcrazed Paladin becomes very good. So this is back to a flyer with 6/6. Okay, they play Kasmina. Not real concerned about that. That's super fine. They're actually, if she uses her ability, they're going to have to discard a card, and then they're going to have to, yep, buff up my Haunt of Hightower. Knight of the Ebon Legion. You get a +1/+1 counter. I don't really care about Kasmina that much. You can keep her. Okay, they take the damage. Yeah, I mean they're lucky because they're on 1 now. I actually think. No, I think I'd probably play the Knight of the Ebon Legion. I don't see any reason why not to. It gets a counter because they took damage. I'm on 38 life. They're on 1. I'm not even close to getting milled out.
Every day is a new lesson.
Boom. Haunt of Hightower's getting real big now. Really big. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Okay. Interesting. They weren't milling themselves out. They're still milling me. Which I don't completely understand. That should be a good game. I don't see any way they can not die here. Nope, not you. Block with you. Yep, that's a GG. Well done, Vampires, baby. That was exactly how that deck was supposed to operate. We were playing against a strange deck. A very strange deck there. Mono Blue Mill, which you don't see very often, but I appreciate it. I respect the effort. So let's get into another game, hopefully against a more normal deck, I guess. I want to see how these vampires face up against something a little more normal. Sir Aza, VIP. We're all VIPs here. We go first. We only have 2 lands, but I think I'm going to keep it anyway. We just go Knight of the Ebon Legion here. I don't need a turn 2 play necessarily, but a turn 3 Sorin is exactly what we want because we get Sanctum Seeker at that point. I will say this potentially should just be Orzhov Knights. Like Knight of the Ebon Legion is really good in Orzhov Knights, and we've got other pieces that are nice for that. So, well, this is kind of lame. Yeah, we deal you 1 damage and end our turn. So, please draw a land. Please draw a land. Incubation Druid. Okay. And we take 1 damage. Ooh. I hate that. Yikes. That's terrible. That is terrible. Yep, okay. They take that damage. That's good. Yeah, we pass. Can't do anything without our 3rd mana right now, and I'm not going to play Bloodcrazed Paladin yet. They're getting close to being... Wait, oh, yeah. They can adapt her right now. Fine. Yeah, pass, pass, pass. Are you serious? Are you serious? That's horrible. I'm actually going to... I'm going to kill that. Sack my Knight of the Ebon Legion. Because, I mean, they have a huge advantage on the board right now, and I think I need to get that back a little bit. Because we're not drawing the lands we need. That's just the fact of the matter. You could potentially argue for Argwell's Bloodfast in this deck. It's just a slower play than Bloodcrazed Paladin. I would potentially cut one Bloodcrazed Paladin for an Argwell's Bloodfast just so you have a draw outlet. Because we're going to be gaining life a fair amount, and so having something we can put life and mana into to draw cards is a decent play. It's just, again, slows us down. Are you serious? Why? Why? Ugh. This makes me sad. I could flash in Bloodcrazed Paladin and block the Llanowar Elf. Oh, that'd be stupid, but I could do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that happen. Take the damage. I'm gonna flash this in anyway now, just to get something onto the board. Is this a joke to you? Is this a joke to you? Unbelievable. Okay, end the turn. That's a lot of mana. Arlen. Okay, so they're playing Selesnya Wolves. There we go. Okay. We can get our Sanctum Seeker out now. I'm actually going to not attack yet because I don't have enough presence on the board to attack, and I need to hold blockers for their wolf puppy. I'm a little bit worried about a Tulsimir showing up right now. Tulsimir would not be great. Tristani Discordant would not be great. Our Lens Wolf. Oh, not the best. Not the best. Yikes. Yikes.
Go, my children, fight.
Okay, so we've got a decent amount of mana here. Let's do this. I'm gonna attack Arlen. They potentially block this with a Llanowar Elf. Ferocious Pup. Okay, you block with Ferocious Pup, and this Death Touch kills you. So, thanks for that. I think I just put a counter on Sanctum Seeker. That's probably all I do here. And then I hold up Murder. I can destroy Arlen here. That actually may be the play. Yeah, I'm going to target Arlen, sack Bloodcrazed Paladin, which did nothing for me. And then end the turn. Oh, I could have played Bloodcrazed Paladin as a 4/4 right there. Yikes. Another Arlen. Wonderful. That's beautiful. Exactly what I wanted. Let's see what they do here. If they attack, they lose at least one attacker. Okay. I can't save Sorin. Except that I can, because I have murder. So I want to keep Sorin alive, faux show. Wonderful. Okay. We do this. I'm going to give you a +1/+1 counter so you can block stuff. And then I'm going to pass turn. Potentially flash in Bloodcrazed Paladin at the end of this turn, depending on what they do here. I'm a little scared that Tulsimir is going to come down on this turn and gain them a bunch of life. And kill our stuff. Because that would be sad. Wolfkin Bond. Yikes. Interesting card. I'm not sure I think this card is great. Just one more wolf. One more wolf. Wolf Rider's Saddle. Create a 2/2 wolf creature token, then attach Wolf Rider's Saddle to it. Okay. Yep. Those are some big puppies. Big pups.
This is your hunt
We do that. Pass to damage. 3 creatures die. So I flash you in as a 4/4. Not of the Ebon Legion. Whoa, I am so sorry about that. Goodness gracious. I just whipped my my screen around. We go Not of the Ebon Legion. Put a... Wait, what do I need? What counter do I need? I could... No, that would be dumb. I think I just do this. Probably put a counter on you. I can buff him up with his ability next turn and block something. Block potentially Arlen's Wolf. I don't die. Do I die this turn? I don't think I do, but it's getting dangerous out here for sure. It's getting dangerous. Okay. 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 Are they going to not have any blockers up? Yeah, okay, strange. I'm going to block you. They're going to have one blocker up. I'm going to block you. And I'm going to block you. Pump you. And let Sorin die. That's fine for now. They can equip it to this wolf here. Or Arlen's Wolf. So if I don't win this turn... Which I can't win this turn. I think I have to pass. I'm going to attack... I'm going to attack face with Bloodcrazed Paladin. Because I need that one life gain. Okay, they passed to damage. I could have potentially attacked Arlen, but... yeah, I get a counter on you. And we can double buff him. Oh boy. Vanquisher's Banner. Well, that's good. I should be able to win, potentially. If they're dumb, they'll attack. Please attack me. I'm begging you right now. Why? What is the point of this? You can only equip as a sorcery. I block. I can double buff you, so you're fine. I kill both of these. Was that a little oopsie, opponent? Because you lose now. Like, you're donezo. You've lost the game. What was this game? What was this game? We both drew horribly. We both drew terribly. Yikes, man. Yep, you do that. You go for it, Borowski. And we attack and win. Bingo bongo. Oh boy. Sir, you lose. Oh man, that was fun. That was fun. Wow, what a weird game. I was convinced that I was going to lose that game all game. I was like, oh yeah, this is over. I've lost. I think we should have time for one more. I think we have time for one more because that one was a little bit longer. The first one was really fast, and the deck tech was not long. This is not a complicated deck at all. So let's play one more game and see how this one goes. That one was weird, but against like a deck that's not bad either. Like Wolf's is not a particularly good archetype right now, but it's gotten a lot more support with M20 coming out. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I don't know if it's going anywhere. Ooh, this is a terrible hand. We mulligan that. So we just don't have... Really? Again? We just don't have early plays. We gotta have early plays. London mulligan rule. I'm gonna keep 6. I'm going to tuck a swamp, I guess, and pray that we pull a 1-drop or 2-drop here. Because I don't want to get rid of any of my actual threats. No, we just draw another swamp. So good thing I got rid of the swamp. I was figuring the game would probably try to screw me over. Dusk Legion Zealot. Demir? Vampires, huh? Interesting. They may be doing like a Haunt of Hightower thing. Like, because I was thinking if you're doing a discard, if you're Arcane Adaptation. Oh, okay. So they're playing Arcane Adaptation, probably choosing vampires. Which means that they can put any creature onto the field using Sorin, which is terrifying. That's horrifying. What an interesting combo. Yeah, we'll go Twilight Prophet here. We won't adapt or we won't ascend for a long time, but we can still get a 2/4 flyer on the field. Potentially just asking to get murdered here, but whatever. Okay. All right, Giga Games VIP. Playing an Arcane Adaptation Vampires deck. I approve. Okay, he's about to put something big onto the field, and I'm going to be real sad. Yep, Demon Vampire. Villas, Broker of Blood. Whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. Well, I'm going to murder you, so... yeah, get ready to get murdered, my friend. You murdered. Oh, fingers crossed, no spell pierce. No spell pierce. Oh, I did not even... That's an interesting ability. So you pay 2 life and you immediately draw 2 cards. That's insane. Good thing I don't need to be a 2/2 to kill your Sorin. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so we pass. Another Sorin. Wonderful. That's nice. Okay, what do you have this time? What is it this time? Freaking indestructible Zatalpa Primal Dawn, the Elder Dinosaur Vampire. Yep. Okay. Probably could have seen this coming. I don't have a way to exile anything. That's nice. That's really nice. Dusk Legion Zealot. I get a Swamp. At least it doesn't have lifelink, but it has Vigilance, so we don't have a whole lot we can do. We're getting close to ascending here. So I don't attack. I really need to ascend. And I do have to watch out for his +1 where he deals 3 damage to something. Okay. Oh, he just gave it lifelink. Yep, because it's a vampire. Of course. Of course. It has double strike. I need a block so it doesn't hit the second attack. Oh, it has trample though, because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. There's no need to block that. This is a good game. Wow, this is a cool deck. This is a very interesting deck. I love it personally. I think it's very cool. Yeah, it's indestructible. I can't get around it. The woes of not playing anything with exile. You might want to play Orzhov, so you can play Despark. Yeah, no, we're just not gonna do that. Whatever, sacrifice a creature, cancel, and then we concede. Well, okay, we had a good run there. We had a good run. This is a crazy deck that we've just gone up against. I honestly, I can't see that deck being super competitive. It's pretty hit or miss. Like if you're playing Mortify, you destroy Arcane Adaptation and the game is over basically because they can't play the big creatures. But I do love that they just murdered me with a dinosaur vampire. That was very cool. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you. I love that you're here and wanted to spend a little time with me. I appreciate Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring me in this event. It is my honor to participate in this early access sweet thing, and I hope you liked this deck. If you have suggestions, comments, hate mail, leave them in the comments below. I will read those and hopefully respond to you. So, I think that's all I need to say. Peace out, folks.